Hi, my name's Judy Goddard. I'm a nurse with the Iowa Department of Public Health. I'm going to talk to you about what should I do if I think I have a foodborne illness. Well, what is a foodborne illness? A foodborne illness is often called food poisoning. It occurs when you eat food that has bad bacteria or viruses in it. A foodborne illness also may be caused by chemicals or other things that people shouldn't eat. What are the symptoms of a foodborne illness? The most common symptoms of a foodborne illness are nausea or feeling sick to your stomach, vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal pain, stomach cramps, loss of appetite, fatigue, and fever. You may have all or only some of these symptoms. Remember, other diseases can cause these same symptoms. If you have questions, you should call your doctor or nurse. How soon after eating will I get sick? Most symptoms do not appear until at least 6 to 24 hours after eating. Some foodborne illnesses require 3 or more days before symptoms appear. Most foodborne illness is not caused by the last meal you ate. When should I seek medical attention? You should see your doctor or nurse if you experience any of the following symptoms: frequent episodes of vomiting lasting for more than 2 days, vomiting blood, you can't keep liquids down, diarrhea that lasts for more than 1 day, you get dehydrated, pain or severe abdominal cramping, and a body temperature of 101.5 degrees Fahrenheit or higher. Well, what are the symptoms of dehydration? If you have any of these symptoms, seek medical attention: excessive thirst, dry mouth, little or no urination, severe weakness, or dizziness or lightheadedness. If you seek medical attention and a foodborne illness is suspected, ask your doctor or nurse to take a stool sample for testing. Well, what will that stool sample tell us? It will possibly identify the bacteria or virus that's making you ill. It will also help in the early identification of an outbreak. The bacteria or virus found will be sent to the state hygienic laboratory for DNA fingerprinting. These are compared to other DNA fingerprints in Iowa and nationwide to identify possible outbreaks. If a possible outbreak is found, a public health investigation is immediately started. Who do I call if I suspect a foodborne illness? If you suspect the food that made you sick was from a restaurant, a grocery store, a convenience store, or a market, contact your local health department or the Iowa Department of Inspections and Appeals Food and Consumer Safety Bureau at 515-281-6096. What do I do if there's leftover food? Keep the leftover food in the refrigerator and mark it "Do Not Eat." Make sure not to put it in the freezer. The leftover food may be needed for testing if the Department of Inspections and Appeals or the Health Department determine that an outbreak exists, this food is a probable cause of the outbreak, and testing of this food is needed for the investigation. What happens during a foodborne illness investigation? You will be asked several questions about the food you have eaten during the past week, as well as questions about other forms of potential exposure, such as water and animal contact. Sometimes a state or local public health officer will call with additional questions. The typical foodborne illness interview takes about 30 minutes. Well, what happens next? If your illness is linked to a licensed food establishment, such as a restaurant or grocery store, an inspection will be conducted by the state or local food inspector. Inspectors may ask if stool samples have been taken and if there's any leftover food for testing. Why is it important to call when you may have a foodborne illness? Because early identification of a foodborne outbreak may prevent others from getting ill. It will help identify any others who have the same illness and compare information from other calls to see if the same thing made everyone sick. For more information, contact the Iowa Department of Inspections and Appeals at 515-281-6538, the Iowa Department of Public Health, 800-362-2736, or the State Hygienic Laboratory at 800-421-4692.